Okay, last day of March 2024. It's time for me to show what I'm doing here. I've been scalping in the range all day. This is what it's looked like before the markets open. In the bottom left here, you can see the 5,000 tick chart. So I was loving it, chopping around, doing good. The market opens, it goes way up, and it's come down back into the range and all this. And I bought at the top. And again, this is the worst case scenario for this kind of trading because you got to be careful, when you add. I start with one micro. All throughout this area, I was trading one micro. By the time I got done with like 10 trades or something, I was up $184, which you can see right here in my demo account. Right here, it's now down to $113.
Order filled.
Oh, I just took an order. Oh, it hit my target up there. Well, that's fine. I am going to let that one ride. But the point is I'm trying to make here is that when I added way up here at the top on the last trade, I thought it was going to break out right here on the 1,000 tick chart. It just did nothing but go down. I had one micro. These are all previously traded closed trades. I had one micro. I added back down here in the range, and I added down here at the bottom of the range. The range has got a top, bottom, and middle. So we have a top, bottom, and middle of this range. I don't know why. I just added at the top, then I added in the middle, and then I added at the bottom. And then I noticed what I want to record in this video is something that I want to make sure that I understand and practice in the future. My average price was up here at the yellow line, which means I could not get out of any trades for above break even. So what I noticed, it was starting to make a range down here. So what I did was the last one that I bought right here, I just went to the top of that range and I sold, and I was ready to play the range. In other words, if this is the new range and my average price is up here, then I got to start trading this range. And that was my goal. Fortunately, it went up and hit one of my targets up here, and now we're back in business. We only have one micro with an entry price, average price all the way down here. So instead of having an entry price all the way up here with one micro, now we have an entry price all the way down here with one micro. All right. So that's the benefit of, kind of scalping and range plays. I love range plays because price doesn't normally in a range like we have right here, price does not normally go all the way up and come back down and go straight through it. Not normally. It usually gets stuck in this area before going down all the way through, where you can adjust your orders if you know what you're doing. And I'm learning that. I'm not a pro. This is a demo account, but all I'm saying is what I did today. This is what I did today. And this is why I took this trade right here, because I thought it was a new range. Okay. Now I'm very happy to be down from the previous entry all the way down to my average price now is about 44.5 points. So I'm in a much better place, right? Now I don't have to worry about selling this last one. We're in the money already. And we lost a little bit of what we made, but we're still up about $130. We'll see how the day ends. And what I like to do is trade until about 2 o'clock. That last 2 hours, if the market decides to go in the wrong direction, that last 2 hours can be a nightmare trying to scalp and situate yourself. You can either lose everything or really end up in a very red day. So we'll see how the market feels, though. Yesterday I traded until about 3 p.m. and it worked out pretty good. Yesterday's range was beautiful. We were in a range yesterday, and I think I did the best I've ever done on the demo account. Right here was yesterday's range, and I missed this move up, which I closed I closed at the top here, then it fell down. And if I was still trading that late, I would have taken that trade. But you can see down here, 15.29, that was at 3:30. There's no way I'm going to take a trade with a half an hour left when the market just pulled back this deep. It could keep going. So anyway, I'll let you know how today ends up turning out. Okay, where did I leave off last I recorded? I think it was this pop right here. I think I was still holding one. Yeah, the price was all the way down here. I had my average price all the way down here. I finally sold that one when it popped up over here. I just added back. I sold it when it popped up right here. I knew it was going to do a liquidity sweep here and probably not go much higher. So as soon as it dropped about, I don't know, let's see how far it dropped. from that point to my entry point, about 8 points, I started adding back. So what we'll do is we'll figure out how to play the range and get our average price low again and continue to scalp probably throughout the lunch hour. Okay, that was quite a roller coaster ride. Remember, we started 8 points down from our exit up here, and then I let it come all the way down to this actually all the way down to this pivot level, and it did sweep the liquidity. I said if it's coming down, it's probably going to sweep the liquidity. So we just got back in right down here. Average price was right up here, and so what we did is when it ticked over average price, I just sold the one down here for like a tick above average price. Now our average price with the one is all the way down here. See how it's all the way down here again? So we moved our average price all the way from the top to the bottom by adding one down here. And then when we added the one down here, it made the average price between the top one and the bottom one in the middle where this yellow line is. I waited for price to come all the way up above the average price so that I'm not losing anything on these, and I got out of one. And now we're just letting the one ride from way down here as our average price on that. So we'll see how it goes. Let's keep an eye on it.
Order filled.
Okay, I had the video on pause. I just decided to sell when it got back up over the top of my original price. So let's recap what this last trade was. I sold for a liquidity sweep up here and made profit. As soon as it dropped down, I bought. And then I bought all the way again after it swept liquidity down here. And that brought my average price between these two places right here at this yellow line. When price popped up over the top of that yellow line, I sold for a profit. I just wanted to get out of some of it, just get out of one. I'm trying not to go more than 3 contracts. And once it got back up to my original price, I closed my position. So now I'm 0 again, and I'm just waiting for it to drop a little so we can start that process all over again. All right. The lunch hour just began, which tends to be choppy and slow, which is exactly what I like. We sold that last piece up here, and it did go up and did another liquidity sweep. But I caught it when it came down 50%, and that's just one contract only. So let's say price has fallen below your alert.
Order filled.
Buy another one down here. Good. I had that alarm set waiting for me. At these pivots, it's probably going to go lower, but I just at least want to get one down here at these pivots. That's been a good little area. We'll see how far down it goes. There's another level down here where I wouldn't mind adding one more.
Order submitted.
Down here at the bottom. If it goes, I want it to sweep that though. I'm not going to do it if it doesn't come down past that. So let's go a little lower for that third one. I'd like to do 3, and I don't like to go more than 3, but I have gone in where I've had to do, quite up to 10. And that's pretty rough scalping right there. You've got to be really, it's almost a loss that day. I mean, I've had it to where I did lose before, and I've had it to where I come close to losing. But 3 seems to be about the right zone for me, because if I'm trading multiple accounts, copy paste, I don't know if anybody knows what that means, but if I make $200 a day, I can, that can be a $2,000 a day if I have the 10 accounts linked together. Anyway, that's for a later day. We'll try to buy that third one right down here on the bottom, right there. And we got one more. That's the second one I just did. The third one's waiting at the bottom. It keeps sweeping the liquidity at the top. It seems reasonable that it'll sweep the liquidity at the bottom unless it's going to not hit this one. and this is where it swept. Looks like this is where it's been sweeping. Yeah, it had to get this level over here. It looks like it can go anywhere. It can go down. It can keep going. And so we don't know what it's going to actually do. I like what it's doing so far. We don't have our third one yet. It's possible I could even move that third one down further, maybe down to this next level down here. Why don't we do that? Since it is noon, and I don't like trading past 2 o'clock. I don't want to get caught in something where I got to hold this for the rest until 4 o'clock and try to, figure out how I'm going to get out of it. I noticed about 2 o'clock is where I like to cut it off. If I'm able to get out profitable by 2 o'clock, I stop trading about 2 o'clock. So let's see how this goes. Okay, same process as last time. I did not add the third one yet, but we did add 2. And I got my first exit right above this middle yellow line, which is the average price between those 2 contracts. So anything above that will be profitable for the exit on the one. And I'll just hold the second one and we'll play the whole process out again. That's what I'm hoping will happen. All right, the next move is we bought down here that third one. Oh, no, this is just the second one. Average price was up here where this yellow line was. It was in the, oh, it was in the middle, wasn't it? Um, anyway, I just wanted to get out because I bought one from here. The last one I bought, let's take a look at it, was from here. And when I sold, it was here. So this area was profitable on that last one that I bought, which gives me I can measure the ticks or the points here on it. About 10 points. I made 10 points on that. So I trade like that. I count the points from the entries. That way I know that it's worth taking the trade, even though it was below my average price. You can make up any difference between your average price and the how short you are with that when it goes over the top. So anyway, it's a game where I'm learning. I'm still learning. Don't exactly know how to do it the best. All I know is I don't want to lose my profits for the day, and I don't want to go into negative, and I don't want to hold as it gets towards 2 o'clock. I'm up 180 bucks. I'm up $200 over here's unrealized. If I close right now, I'm up $200, and that's been about the average that I make a day. So I'm happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. I always said I could live on $200 a day, but maybe I will just close it right now and keep the 200. But I think there's still a little bit of time left. I'm down to 2 contracts now. I did that. No, I did have a third one. My bad. Yeah, I did have a third one. Let's review here. I bought here, added here at this pivot, and then I added, why did I add right down there? Oh, because it swept this pivot level. Okay, I wanted it to sweep it. It had to come down past it, and when it did, my alarm went off, and I bought a third one, and when it popped, I sold. It wasn't quite. And a lot of people won't sell if it doesn't get up to their average price because they're taking a little bit of a loss on it. I don't have a problem with that. I will do that occasionally. If it's early in the morning, I won't. But if it's towards the afternoon, which it is now, going on 12:30 Eastern time, I will. And I'll be quicker to get out of my trades at this point. Anytime I can make 10 plus ticks on it. Or I'm sorry, 10 plus points. This is futures. So we'll see how this goes. If it continues to trend down, I probably will be willing to get out of this thing. And just keep the profits that I made in the morning. But if it keeps going up like this, I'll let it take me out for a little bit more profit here. Price is crossed above your alert. Pay attention. Okay, it crossed above my alert, and I sold another one. I'm only long one, and my average price is way down here at the bottom. We locked in $184 so far, so let's see what this last one does. It may be I can put this one on break even down here and just see if it keeps going up. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do. If it comes back down here, I will stop. Sell
Order
stop.
submitted.
I'll put my sell stop right here. That means if it comes back down to this point, I'll get out and I will be done for the day because I'm not going to lose all the profits today. Sometimes you just got to take what you can get. Okay, that's what it did. It came all the way down, got stopped out on that for almost break even, and we're up $187. And I think I might be done for the day.